About a year ago, we found this old farm sink in this farmhouse on an adjacent farm just down the road. And the owner let us salvage it out of there because he was going to tear the old building down. We got it, even though it's in rough shape, we knew we were going to be able to use it in one of our outbuildings here. And so even though it's a big, heavy cast iron sink that's covered in porcelain, it looks pretty rough right now, but with a few simple steps, instead of throwing it away and making it part of the landfill, we're going to restore it and put it back to use again. To restore these sinks, it's really pretty simple. It's a 4-step process. Step number 1, we're going to give it a good washing with a power washer. And we're going to make sure we get all the external grime and everything else that'll come off with the power washer off of it completely. And we're talking the porcelain finish side as well as the metal side on the bottom, because we're going to refinish both sides. Step number 2, we're going to give it a little bit more of a careful wash. So you can use some kind of industrial cleaner. You can use a household cleaner like TSP. For this application, we're just going to use Comet. Once Christy has it washed off good, then she's going to go dry it and get it prepped for the next step. While there's a lot of different manufacturers who make porcelain refinishing kits, we picked ours up at a local hardware store. It's about 30 to 40 bucks for a kit, and then it goes on pretty simple. Once we've got it clean, the next step is we're going to go in and just brush it on, wait 3 hours, and then give it another coat just to finish it up in 3 hours. And this stuff dries quick, so you got to go pretty fast, and once you get started, you got to finish it from there. Once the porcelain's been applied, we give it a couple of days to dry, and then we're going to clean up the bottom and paint it. The bottom has a lot of rust and excess paint on it, so all we're going to do here is use a wire brush and scrape it really good to get all the loose paint and all the loose rust off. Once we've got it scraped clean, we're going to use a lacquer thinner and really kind of clean up the metal good and get it ready for painting. So the next step is just to tape the whole thing off. All we're going to do here is we're not going to even worry about the back of it, because the back won't be painted. You'll just be able to see the sides and the front and a little bit of the bottom. But we're going to tape off the drain, make sure we don't get any paint on that original metal that's on there. And then we're just going to tape off the sides and anywhere else we think we might get paint, particularly in the places we just applied the new porcelain. And once you get it cleaned and taped off, really the last step is just to paint it good. You can paint the bottom whatever color you want. We kind of like the contrasty look of having the gloss white on top of the sink and then this flat black on the bottom. I think that'll be a nice compliment. Once we get a couple of coats of paint on it, then it's ready to hang up and enjoy for another 100 years. Now, all we have to do is finish putting the faucet in, and we've got a great looking farmhouse sink that'll complement our decor well.